They always say the HOA thinks they run the whole world, and my story proves it better than anything. It all started when I noticed construction crews rolling onto a huge piece of land right next to my property. At first, I thought the city had finally approved a public park, or maybe a school. But then I saw the signs, high-quality community living, brought to you by the Lakeside HOA. That is when my heart stopped, because every inch of that land, every tree, every rock, every boundary was mine. Not city land, not HOA land. Mine, I bought it years ago as a long-term investment, and I had the deed locked away safe. But somehow the HOA convinced themselves it belonged to them. They did not ask, they did not confirm, they did not check a single record. They simply moved in like dictators of their own little kingdom. At first, I tried to talk to them. I approached the HOA president, a woman who acted like she wore a crown on her head. I told her politely that the land was private property. She laughed in my face. She said, "We own everything within this community boundary." So step aside, I walked away without saying another word, because what they did not know was that I had a plan. A quiet, patient plan. I watched them build one house, then 10 houses, then 30. Soon the entire land was covered with foundations, lumber walls, and roofs. 96 homes in total, millions of dollars of construction on land that never belonged to them. Everyone kept saying, "Why do you let them continue? Why do you not stop them?" But I waited, because the more they built, the deeper they buried themselves. I kept every document safe, every message, every picture, every drone shot of their construction on my property. I knew the day would come. Then the moment arrived, a notice from the HOA claiming I was trespassing on their land. They were actually threatening me. That is when I smiled, because that single letter was the rope they tied around their own necks. I filed a claim in court. The HOA walked in acting unstoppable, with their suits, their clipboards, and their smug grins. They thought they were about to crush me, but when the judge asked for ownership proof, they froze. They stuttered. They flipped through papers like they had lost something, because they had the truth. Then the judge asked for my proof. I stood up, slowly reached into my folder and pulled out the original deed, dated, signed, stamped, and legally sealed with my name on it. The courtroom went silent. You could hear the HOA president gasp. The judge looked at her and asked, "Did you ever verify ownership before building these homes?" She whispered, "No." That was it. The judge ordered the HOA to surrender all 96 homes and every piece of land attached to them. He said the construction was illegal and done without the owner's consent. The HOA collapsed right there. Their dream community now belonged to me. Every house, every street, every inch mine. And the best part, the HOA president tried to blame the construction company, but they immediately produced emails proving the HOA approved it all. She was done, finished, exposed. In the end, I sold the land back to the city for almost triple the value, and the former HOA president is still dealing with lawsuits from angry homeowners who lost everything because of her arrogance. So the lesson is simple. If you are going to build 96 houses on someone else's land, you better pray the real owner is not sitting in the courtroom holding the deed.